Hey everybody! I made a custom Disney cruise planner for my family members because we are all going on a Disney cruise next year, and I thought it'd be a really fun project. So I kind of just want to walk you through what I made, how I did it, and if you want to make one of your own too, kind of maybe give you some inspiration. So let me first start with the cover. The cover is actually scrapbook paper. So I actually used this scrapbooking book right here, and this paper is huge, so I had to cut it down. And what I did is I cut the paper and then I laminated it. So I first actually laminated it. Here's an example of a cover. I laminated it with 3mm thickness, and this is really easy to find, but it was kind of flimsy. So what I actually did was I went out and I got 5mm laminating sheets, and you have to make sure you have a laminator that can use 5mm laminating sheets. But I just felt like this cover was more sturdy and it just kind of held everything together. And so throughout each material that I did, I actually disc punched it, so I can use these discs here, so you can take things in and out really easily, and it also makes binding really easily. So this is the disc punch. I'll show you right here. This is a heavy duty disc punch, and even this was kind of hard to punch with the laminate. So just kind of be careful. It didn't really seem to have too much of a problem with this 3mm, but this 5mm, it did not. It was a little tricky to get it punched, but I got it punched, so that was good. And then what I did was I actually kind of picked the different colors. These are Happy Planner discs. You can get these kind of discs anywhere, but Joann's has Happy Planner discs, so this is kind of what I used. This is what I was familiar with. All right, so let me show you the inside. So the inside, once again, scrapbook paper. This is just regular computer paper, and I actually made this in InDesign. So it has our cruise itinerary, it has their name, and this was actually a custom Mickey font that I downloaded. So it has a place for notes, it has our itinerary, and then this is what I was really proud of. This is my calendar. So I actually made this, once again, this is all done in InDesign. This is a grid that I custom made, and I used, there's actually two different fonts here. One is the Mickey, and then one's the Minnie. I forget which one's which. And just because I'm a big fan of symmetry, I did put a notes thing on the side here. So really proud of this, and this kind of lists our cruise there. And then basically kind of throughout the booklet I have port ideas, I have ship ideas, and then I have a countdown. So each day, or each month I should say, I have 9 months, I have 6 months, I have 3 months, I have 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, and then it goes into each day of the cruise. So it kind of just talks about things. And so I imagine them being able to either write things down here or put pictures or just jot down things. I mean, they can kind of use it how they want, but I thought it was just kind of a cool little thing to put together. And so what I did at the end, and then I have a little my favorite memories thing. What I did at the end, so I had all these laminating sheets that I laminated at 3mm, and it didn't work out, but I didn't want to waste them. So what I actually did was I made a bookmark. And so since this is disc bound, if you're not familiar with disc binding, this will just pop right out. So notice how I just take that there, and then they can kind of move that to wherever they want. So let's say they want to put it right there. They can put it in here, very carefully, of course. And then there we go, right? So it just moves there, and then I purposely made it taller so it sticks out, so I was really proud of that. And then also what I did was I noticed that with the paper, it was a little thin, so I took some of the extra scrapbook paper, I cut it down, and I also disc punched it. So I kind of made some extra note pages, I made some scrapbooking pages, so they could put a picture here, they could put notes here, you know, they can do whatever, you know, all sorts of different things. Maybe they can get character autographs. I just kind of thought of different things. So this is kind of what I did with all that extra scrapbook paper, and I still have more that I could use, but I just kind of made it, you know, gave it a little bit of thickness, and also just gave them a place to write. So I was really proud about that. So yeah, so that's basically the book, and obviously there's way more that I could do to this, but since we're visiting them for Thanksgiving, I wanted to make sure that I was able to get it to them in time. So my recommendations, if you decide to do this, I highly recommend getting 5mm laminating sheets if you can. 3mm is a little flimsy. I also recommend choosing your paper wisely. For me, I probably would have picked a slightly thicker paper if I could do it over again, but you know, it works. And I used InDesign. You could make this in Microsoft Word or something like that, but just kind of keep in mind, like for me, what I did was I had to print this on one page and then cut it down because I purposely wanted to make it small. If I was going to make it easy on myself, I'd probably just make it 8.5 by 11 because the scrapbook paper could be cut down. And then, so essentially this is kind of what I created, and so this gives them an option to move things around and change things as they want. And then just to kind of give you an idea, these are the Happy Planner discs that I got. I actually got a pack of 6 different colors, and so I kind of mixed and matched based on the colors that I know that they liked. And yeah, so that's basically it. So yeah, happy to answer any questions, but I was really proud of this. It was a labor of love, and I look forward to some more custom-made planners in the future, but this was a fun little project.